And there you have it. The battle versus the war. And I think that's the only thing that the Drake stands. Keep that word for a second. We're hanging their hats on. We're going to win the war. There's a bigger cause here. The UMG lawsuit is going to expose the industry, the mistreatment of the rappers. And this is a bigger thing that Drake is on to here. Boy, listen, he didn't even make it to trial. We got to separate a bias from a stand. And unfortunately, this battle produced so many stands, and everybody was just waiting for this. And y'all was going to justify yourself based on the outcome. A bias, people. I have bias towards my friends, my family, people that I'm real close to. My favorite rapper, I give him a little bit bias, like I'm going to hear you out. Benefit of the doubt. Let me see what happened. I see the accusation. I see the shitty album. I see the horrible single. Benefit of the doubt. That's what a bias does. A stand loses touch with reality respectfully, like a mall or Akademiks for Drake's campaign with this fucking lawsuit. Watching them is just like, are you really saying like opposite of what's right there, black and white in front of us to all see? Respectfully. And I hope that you guys have nothing else to hang your hat on. I get it. The appeal. That's what's next. We're appealing this. This was done unjustly. You didn't, once again, you didn't even make it to trial. What? All right. That argument got to stop. I tweeted yesterday. A lot of us are looking at this, many of us, not all of us, like this is a win for battle rap. And battle rap is a extension and a branch within hip hop, right? So it's supposed to also be a win for hip hop. Don't you know I got split reaction on my tweet? That's cool. I'm a big boy. I get it. There's people on there like, yeah, you're right. Let's go. Good job, Kendrick. Good job, UMG. Then there's people on there like, how? Like this is not good for the industry. And how would this have affected battle rap in the first place? First of all, I ain't talking about like coming down here in our battle rap and affecting like a RBE. No, I'm talking about the right to say what the fuck you want in artistic expression on beats, or even if it's fucking acapella, what we know as battle rap. Okay. LL Cool J cannabis type of shit. You get your career ended, you get your career ended. That's how it goes. Drake, all right? Will he continue to cry and chase this down? I hope not. Let's get into the paperwork. Let's get into why this was dismissed. It almost feels like the judge this whole time was just doing Drake justice by, let me read these motions. Let me be fair. Let me see your compelling arguments. But it almost felt like it wasn't going to get that far anyway. All right. Y'all see up here, right? Aubrey Drake Graham, plaintiff, UMG Recordings, defendant, opinion and order. All right. Judge Vargas, United States District Judge. This case arises from perhaps the most infamous rap battle in the genre's history, the vitriolic war of words that erupted between superstar recording artists Aubrey Drake Graham and Kendrick Lamar Duckworth, Lamar or Kendrick Lamar, in the spring of 2024. Over the course of 16 days, the two artists released 8 so-called diss tracks with increasingly heated rhetoric, loaded accusations, and violent imagery. Right? That's very true. The song of this, the penultimate song of this feud, Not Like Us, even though it's not my favorite. I'm still Meet the Grams is my favorite of the whole back and forth. But anyway, by Kendrick Lamar, dealt a metaphorical killing blow. It did. The song contains lyrics explicitly accusing Drake of being a pedo, set to a catchy beat and a propulsive bass line. Not Like Us went on to become the cultural sensation, achieving immense commercial success and critical acclaim. I don't know if we're ever going to see a song more successful than that. You're talking about global impact. You're talking about Grammys. You're talking about sweeping the BET Awards. You're talking about Super Bowl halftime show. You're talking about number one. We'll never see it again. We'll never see it again. Both Drake and Kendrick Lamar have recording contracts with defendant UMG Recordings, UMG. Drake alleges that UMG intentionally published and promoted Not Like Us while knowing that the song's insinuations that he has sexual relations with minors were false and defamatory. Okay. Drake has brought this action against UMG for defamation, harassment in the second degree, and a violation of Section 349 of the New York General Business Law. Before the court is defendant's motion to dismiss pursuant to Rule 12B of the Federal Rule of Civil Procedure, because the court concludes that the allegedly defamatory statements in Not Like Us are non-actionable opinion, the motion to dismiss is granted. Boom, we're over. Okay, that's it, buddy. But for more context, legal standards: to survive a motion to dismiss, a complaint must contain sufficient factual matter accepted as true, state a claim to relief, the plausible on its face. And then it gives a bunch of references of prior cases. A plaintiff may not simply allege facts that are consistent with liability. The complaint must nudge plaintiff's claims across the line from conceivable to plausible, across the line. Everything in this fucking song. Wow. Allegedly, right? Allegedly. Recitals of elements of a cause of action supported by mere conclusory statements do not suffice. When ruling on a motion to dismiss under the Rule 12B, court accepts as true all well-pleaded allegations and draws all reasonable inferences in favor of the non-moving party. Interesting. Okay, so that's good for you artists and we podcasters to know, to be honest, when we're exercising constantly, daily, our freedom of speech. The court need not credit legal conclusions couched as factual allegations. However, then they give a reference here, quotation marked omitted. The court may also consider documents incorporated in the complaint by reference and matters of which judicial notice may be taken. Okay. Judicial notice is appropriate when a matter is not subject to reasonable dispute because it is generally known within the trials court territorial jurisdiction or can be accurately and readily determined from sources whose accuracy cannot reasonably be questioned. I could question all of Kendrick's lyrics. Hell, all his stands did so, right? That's the point. That's what made it like, yo, this is battle rap. This is art. This is opinions. This is mudslinging. This is what the fuck we do. You know what I'm saying? Like, tell me a rap song where every syllable is a fucking fact. I mean, not just a rap song, but a battle rap. Every syllable is a fact. You got to be kidding me. You know, we're not even going to go back to Drake asking for this. All the way saying rap about what niggas are saying on the Joe Budden podcast. Come on Taylor Made when he was doing the Tupac voice and all that. Like, come on, Kendrick, come on outside. I'm begging you to let's do it. Let's do it. Let's fight. He said, okay, cool. Euphoria time. Jesus. Okay. These exhibits include the lyrics of the song released as a part of Drake and Kendrick Lamar's rap battle, the dates on which these songs are released, and the lyrics. These songs are not reasonably subject to dispute. All right, so they're going to go through all the facts there about the songs being released. I don't think we need that. Factual allegations. Let's go to that. Drake is a prominent recording artist and a songwriter among other public-facing endeavors. We know that. They're probably going to do the same for UMG here. Of course, they'll probably do the same for Kendrick, laying the factual grounds. On April 19th, 2024, Drake released a diss track directed at Kendrick Lamar called Push Ups. Drake mocks Lamar's height and shoe size. Y'all really put this in here? Oh, fuck you, big stepping with a size 7 men's on. Pip squeak, pipe down. And questions Lamar's success. You ain't no big three. I'm at the top of the mountain. You tight now. Just to have to blah blah blah. I had to hike down. Whatever. All right. A few days later, Drake released Taylor Made, in which he used artificial intelligence generated voices of deceased rapper Tupac and rapper Snoop Dogg to goad Lamar, to goad him. In the track, Tupac and Snoop Dogg share their disappointment that Lamar had not yet responded to push-ups. Good job, Drake. I Kendrick. We need you, a West Coast savior. You seem a little nervous about all the publicity you got on the show. Yeah, yeah. It is what it is. Judge got it in here, huh? Court got it in here. Drake is his own voice. Yeah, that's the third verse, right? Further taunts Kendrick for failing to come up with a satisfactory response, saying, I know you're in that New York apartment. You're struggling right now. I know you in it. The notepad doing lyrical gymnastics, my boy. Better come up with some quadruple entendres or whatever, right? We remember begging him. Shout out to Taylor Swift, the biggest gangster in the music industry. She got the whole PG Lang on mute like a Beyonce challenge. Y'all boys quiet for the weekend. Yeah. Lamar fired back at Drake in Euphoria. We know the history after that. So laying out all the grounds as to what we've all been saying already in some of this paperwork. This is what I mean about the stands. It's like the reality is right there for you. We watched the battle. It stopped the world. Everybody stopped and tuned in. We watched it piece by piece by piece. So when the lawsuit came, how did y'all go back and act like what happened didn't happen? What was said wasn't said. It didn't make no fucking sense for you, Stans. All I expect from a person of integrity, even if you have a fan bias, all I expect is, look, man. Yeah, I get it. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with what Kendrick. All right, some of his songs is all right, cool. You know, but this lawsuit, I mean, from a defamation standpoint, I admit, yeah, Drake did fly out and ask for this to be said, and he had his shots and his own insults too. I mean, one of them he threw out there is reputational damaging, career damaging. Of word is you beat on your wife. Hell, he even started trying to subpoena people to get evidence of it. He wanted that to be enforcing, or at least come out with that type of, when I told y'all he beats on this girl. I'm not going to be the only one muddy about some pedo and minor allegations. No, he hits on his. You did that in your songs. And I just wanted people to acknowledge that this is just wrong. And they refused to, but the judge did. Cool. The person that had the most power in this shit, who had to fuck all of our corny ass opinions on the internet, whether they was right or wrong, the person that had the power said, dismissed. What are we doing here? I get it. Appeal. All right. Who wants to bet me on the appeal? I don't really like gambling. I'll do big bets on an appeal, not doing shit for Drake. All right. Almost immediately after release of Family Matters, Lamar unleashed a scathing Meet the Grams. Yes, he did. All right, let's keep going. They got the lyrics up here once again. Okay, they got Heart Part 6 that they moved towards. We know all of that. What does it say? Not Like Us was a huge commercial success. Yep, that's one of the reasons for this fucking lawsuit. Procedural history. Plaintiff brings claims for defamation, harassment in the second degree in violation of New York General Business Law, Section 349, based on UMG's publication and promotion of Not Like Us. Okay. Plaintiff contends that he was defamed when defendant decided to publish, promote, exploit, and monetize allegations that it understood were not only false, but dangerous. And they didn't even write this shit. That's just another one that we was just like, wait, what? I get it. UMG was doing all of this to devalue you so they could try to re-sign you for less. So, okay. All right. The amended complaint alleges that the song implies that Lamar has heard, albeit from undisclosed sources. And, well, where do you think that you heard him hitting on his fucking girl from? Or how about the other one? The kid ain't yours. I heard one of them little kids might be day free. Don't make your day free, because if your GM made your V up for the bay squeeze. Well, this is all started made pretty, says to me. Hey, let that shorty breathe. Hands on your knees, hands on your knees. Drake, now do that shit for free. I'm talking about my nigga Dave. That's a big accusation, buddy. Why do you think in the Not Like Us fucking video, he does the whole family pictorial at the end of this shit showing, hey, we all got the Martin ears and everything. What are you talking about, Drake? As a matter of fact, Dave Free, come on in this fucking video while we're by the canisters, which was a crazy bar within itself. On some wire shit, if y'all are keeping up with me. Shakes his hand and all that. Like, he had to combat those allegations. He just did it in his way. His wife ain't there walking around the living room for nothing. He didn't put his pride and joy kids in the family shot for nothing. He was combating your allegations. And so technically, Kendrick could have sued for that too. But we just don't do that in this shit, in hip hop. We don't. Stop me when I'm lying. It's crazy. Discussion, defamation claims, all the references here. All right. Facts versus opinion. Under the First Amendment, there is no such thing as a false idea. That's some gangster shit. Keep that in mind once again, artists and podcasters. No such thing as a false idea. It's an idea. All right. Wow. Thus, the courts must distinguish between statements of fact, which may be defamatory, and expression of opinion, which are not defamatory, and have the full protection of the New York Constitution, Live Face and Web LLC. And here was another reference here. Whether a challenge statement is a fact or opinion is a legal question. Plaintiff argues that it is inappropriate for the court to determine at the pleading stage whether a reasonable listener would perceive a recording as a fact or opinion. Yet, because this is a question of law, New York courts routinely resolve this question at the motion to dismiss. This is how these type of Drake lawsuits go. Routinely dismiss this type of shit. Wow. Buddy. In distinguishing between facts and opinions, 3 factors guide the court's consideration. All right, we're going to move on after this because I don't think we need any more of the paperwork. Whether the specific language in the issue has a precise meaning, which is readily understood. So there lies some gray area. Readily understood. Did I listen to, I'll use just me because I'm included in the masses. Readily understood. When I heard Drake say his accusations or disses or defamatory bars towards Kendrick, did I understand them to be precise? No. And the same goes opposite. All the shit that Kendrick was saying towards Drake, did I agree with them or believe that for them to be precise? One of the routes I thought he was going to stand on the whole time. We didn't know he was going to do the meet the grams and that type of stuff, but how he ended Euphoria. We don't want to hear you say the no more. Stop. I'm thinking like he definitely added to that, pillaging of Atlanta and everything and being a vulture and not like us. He did bring that angle back up, but I thought that was his main shit. Drake being half white and half black. And for me, I don't be having an issue with that. You got a black father, you want to get in your songs and say nigga? No, I wasn't complaining about it for the last 15 years of Drake's career. I'm going to do it now? No. So I didn't align with Kendrick doing that. I was just there for the art. Like, oh, good angle, cool. He's going to go after him being half Jewish. Let's see how this plays out. That's it. Number 2. Whether the statements are capable of being proven true or false. Well, Drake got a bunch of shit that he said that was never proven to be true, and Kendrick got a bunch of shit that he said towards Drake that was never proven to be true either. Are we not gonna nullify this shit? Can we just neutral this shit out? It's called a rap battle, right? I didn't see motherfuckers get exposed with paperwork and all types of shit and watch thousands of fans say we don't even care about it, man. We just want to talk about what happened on stage. Right? Hell, I just happened to hit Man and Mook. It's not readily understood. It's person to person. It happens everywhere. It's person to person, B. What is Mook gonna sue Holla? Is Adi Boom gonna sue Big K? Is Cardi B gonna sue Nicki Minaj? And vice versa? What's some other bad ones? Bad shit that is Bad News gonna sue the bloggers or Jack Boy or whoever put that. I mean, come on. Like, this is how this shit goes. Like, if it's there and it's revealed, it's gonna be revealed in a rap battle. If it sticks, if it applies, it applies. If it don't, let it fly. That's battle rap. Or respond or fight back. Period. Okay? When John throws Jack Boy's chain in the crowd, is Jack Boy himself jokes about that shit. Like, that was like my low point as a battle rapper. That was me getting torched the most. Right? Is Jack Boy supposed to sue John because it was never proven publicly across all the masses whether the chain was fake or not? I don't know if it was fake or not as far as actual proof. I'm going with the rap battle outcome and the vibe of that setup of the lyrics and the artistry. Should Jack Boy sue John? I get it. The stands tuning into this one are going to be like, it's the UMG element that you're missing, ARP. I get it. I just it's like even that is like Drake shooting at the wrong person and just creating a very palatable conspiracy as to why I'm going around the corner. I said once upon a time in my streams, I said Kendrick is not currently worth even Drake's last deal, which was allegedly $400 million. There is the blood from a stone situation. If this indeed is over your re-signing of a contract and you trying to get more than what you had last time out, which was allegedly 400 million, even if I add another 50 on top, a cool 50, right? $450 million. Kendrick overall isn't even worth $450 million. Okay. So who do I want to sue? Allegedly, does URL go and say, I have an issue with Daylight? Or do they say, I think ARP and RBE got some money and there's more benefits to suing them as far as our competitors? Allegedly. Which one really happens from a tactical chessboard standpoint? So I peeped game and Drake going after UMG. And I said, if Kendrick comes in, he might have to come in like as a witness. He might get subpoenaed for information or whatever. But the moment we heard about this shit, that's the only thing that was going to calm you stands down, which was, this is a bigger thing. This is exposing the labels for being dirty. And a lot of the motherfuckers are dirty. Let's be real. But your whole thing about this none of this happens if you win. That's the biggest issue for me. Well, not the biggest, but one of the biggest issues that I will never, ever detract from. I'll never spin away from. If Drake wins this battle, none of this happens. Even if the exact same songs and the same lyrics was out there. Why can't you say that the same way? Like, what if you won, but then you peep game that imagine, does anybody think that Drake would win this battle and then peep game like, yo, you pushed that not like us. You tried one. I'm gonna sue you, UMG. That would have happened. Who thinks that would have happened? I know I don't got a fucking time machine to prove it. No fucking way. No fucking way. This was the worst battle rap ass whooping in battle rap history. Why? Because of the impact, the viewership, the viral nature, the aftermath of it, the eyes of it. I've watched better battles, but this is the biggest in hip hop history. So nobody wants to lose that. And Drake, you and the type of personality that you have, you got belt to ass in this situation. Badly. Badly ain't even a word. And you countered with a lawsuit. Stands, accept it. Accept it. We off the paperwork. Let's go to some more of the reactions. All right. Me audio up. Start listening to some of these lawyers and some of these press media folks that been in the actual building with the coverage.
Hey, my God, what are you doing? You look dumber than this hat on my head right now. Bro, you were supposed to win that lawsuit for billions with a B. If you won it for billions, maybe you can have some credibility, your reputation back. You ain't even get out the gate. Your lawsuit got dismissed on a motion to dismiss. No discovery, no trial. Your lawsuit got dismissed on a motion to dismiss. Fam, you look dumb as hell. Who is on your management team? What are they telling you? Break! My God, what are you doing?
That factor really makes you think about it. Like, shit. a case like this that really is rooted in solid substance from either side, right? You can expect some of those things to go 6 months, a year, multiple years. UMG probably has ongoing lawsuits right now that have been over a year, allegedly. Is the Limp Bizkit thing closed? Is the Salt and Pepper shit closed? I'll say allegedly, right? Some of the shit go for years. The RBE and URL lawsuit, even though it was low activity, it was like 2+ years, right? It was dormant over there with a bunch of bullshit, but like 2+ years, right? This shit got done out on a motion to dismiss. On a motion to dismiss. Now, sometimes people want to go to trial or push closer towards trial. They're testing your finances. You don't do that with UMG or Drake. You know that they both got it. So that wouldn't be a tactic on either side. But you push closer to trial to test somebody's pockets, test their endurance, see if you can get your hands on more information as time passes, more discovery, more things come to you. You hear more things. Maybe the person that is doing bad out there trips up and does more bad. We've seen people in lawsuits do things that are bad while they were in the midst of a lawsuit. I've seen it personally as well, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? So things going on sometimes could weigh in one side's benefit from the lawyer standpoint, the defendant standpoint, even the plaintiff standpoint. But a motion to dismiss, like, I would have thought the caliber of why Drake thought he already spoke with his legal counsel enough to push forward with something like this, and the type of evidence he may have even had that we don't know about, I would have thought to myself, like, nah, he's going to be able to push UMG to trial. It's Drake, and we're not here for nothing, right? The last updates I think that we were doing, there was over a month ago, because it's been a slow docket, was them trying to track down that guy that allegedly was in the middle of manning money between UMG and some of these streaming companies like Spotify. That guy that they never was able to find. Guy was just in the wind. This alleged guy, this alleged ghost. You know what? I'll even give that to Drake. I'll say that maybe that guy does exist. You know, maybe you have some proof that this by name, you had addresses and all types of stuff, but you still got to prove that he did what you're alleging that he did. We never even got a chance to see this guy. Never even got a chance. Wow. All right. Let's go to Inner City Press. Shout out to them as always in the building. See what they had to say.
Okay, it's Inner City Press. Matthew Russell Lee here in Foley Square. And what we can announce is that late this afternoon, Judge Vargas has dismissed Drake's lawsuit against UMG Recordings, Inc. This is actually the lawsuit about Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us. And we covered it. We covered the back and forth about the bots, about various theories of harm. But in a 38-page decision just issued late this afternoon, Jeanette A. Vargas, district judge, says, in essence, because the court concludes that the alleged defamatory statements in Not Like Us are non-actionable opinion, the motion to dismiss is granted. This case is dead. Now, of course, I believe it will be appealed. It will be appealed. But that's why she took so much time. It was long ago that we live tweeted the oral arguments. She goes through all the factors. She wasn't very convinced about the box business. But there's a key sentence, there's a key section where she talks about the First Amendment, and what she basically says that no reasonable listener would have believed that this was a statement of fact, that the rap genre and hyperbole is a word that she uses, results in the inability to sue for defamation in this case. Tone and language, that the recording can only reasonably be understood as opinion, is reinforced by the language employed in the song. In Rappaport, she lines up all the cases on this issue. Not Like Us is replete with profanity, trash talking, threats of violence, and figurative and hyperbolic language, all of which are indicia of opinion. A reasonable listener would not equate a song that contains lyrics such as "Ain't no law, boy, you ball boy, fetch Gatorade" or something. Since 2009, I had this jump in, she knocked that out, with accurate factual reporting. Accordingly, the reasonable listener of Rot Like Us would conclude that Lamar is rapping hyperbolic vituperations. And so there you have it, Inner City Press. We've reported it. We'll report on any appeal. We reported, obviously, the Diddy case, Tekashi 6ix9ine. We report on...
Thank you, Inner City. Appreciate that. Yeah, let's pay attention to the appeal. I do have a response from UMG and Drake, but first I want to stay with the response from the public first. Let's take a look. Don't laugh, people. Don't laugh. Philip Lewis, shout out to him, posted this up yesterday. It's got 1.8 million views. Nigga lost a battle the black way and the white way. Oh my God. With him being half black, half white, that is crazy. Nigga said he lost it in them streets as well as in them courts. Yo, Drake. Is this album gonna come out or not? Why does it keep getting pushed back? Why do we have no date yet? Is this the longest rollout ever? What's all the Iceman shit for? Are you getting stepped on by all these other news lines and nothing catching on? And now this right here happening before your album is a bad 2 years, dog. Okay. Yo, somebody posted up the Daylight and Tay-Rock shit.
Let's go, Light. Let's go, Light.
Oh, lost the battle in the war. Damn, double homicide. Judge said, get this shit the fuck out of here. Oh, man. Oh, shout out to dog. Yo, they got the Kendrick Thriller joint up here. Say Drake. Damn. Oh my God. The worst loss in history. I might have to expand. I gotta stop saying hip hop losses. We might have to start putting this up there with just historic losses, like include everything, like boxing, basketball, football, fucking countries at war. I'm joking, people. Don't nobody get offended at me. You know what I'm saying? But we gotta expand it. We can't just say the worst hip hop loss ever. We gotta take this to another level. Probably already writing a crybaby colonizer Dear Diary raps about this one. Court didn't take my side. They love to hate the nice guy. Fuck it, I'm gonna be back to the north. Self-deport like an ice ride. Nigga say he's writing this type of emo shit right now. Oh man.
He a fan here. Freaky ass nigga here, 69 God.
Oh my God. Oh, say Drake. Oh man. They judge the entire trial. Yo! They kill it. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. The hopscotching dog. Yo, it's old. Oh, I'm gonna leave it like this. I'm gonna leave it right here. Kendrick might have a crystal ball, B. He might. He fucking might be. I'm scared of that guy. LA, y'all still got it. All right. The statements issued. So we got on Drake's lawsuit being dismissed. A spokesperson for Universal Music Group tells me. This is coming from Lauren LaRosa. Shout out to her. From the outset, this suit was an effort. Well, I'm sorry, it was an affront to all artists and their creative expression and never should have seen the light of day. We're pleased with the court's dismissal and look forward to continuing our work successfully promoting Drake's music and investing in his career. Oh my God. Yo, for them to say a fucking shout out in it. We look forward to get our continued work. He's still signed to us, bitch. Like, we look forward to our continued efforts of not defaming the guy, but promoting the guy. Be on the lookout, y'all. Iceman on the way. Like, oh shit. Historic belt to ass. We gotta come up with something bigger than just rap, people. I'm telling you. They make it sound like the uncle that beat the shit out of a little kid and still gotta see him at the Thanksgiving cook or family get together every year. Like you can't beat me, nigga. Like you still gotta be there. Like that's crazy. All right, let's see about Drake's statement. We pretty much know what that is. I'll say allegedly. I'm scared of him, man. Drake's team has issued a statement in response to today's dismissal of his defamation lawsuit against UMG. We intend to appeal today's ruling, and we look forward to the Court of Appeals reviewing it. That's the last piece. But before I move on, let's see if we can grab it real quick. What is the percentage of New York State appeals overturning civil lawsuit verdicts? Let me try that. That's as smart as a way I could ask it. Oh, you want me to refresh you? Hold on. Let's. I'm just curious. See what you got for me. You got a number? In New York Appellate Division, first and second departments, the appeals decided after argument about 31 to 32% of civil appeals are reversed or modified. That's a big number. Okay, 30% approximately. That is a big number. Shit, I would appeal too. Keep it 1,000 with y'all as always. Wait. In the first department since 2021, that's 16.6 in reversals, 14.8 as far as modifications. Oh, so that is different. That's how they're getting up to the 30. Modifications versus reversals. Reversals like, oh, my bad. I ruled in your favor. I'm supposed to rule in this person's favor. Modifications is different. Hey, man, you said I lost and it was $1 million. But now I'm going to modify that and say you lost, but now it's $500,000. Right? This is an example of a modification, right? So definitely heavily in UMG's favor here statistically, but you got the money, you got the time. This is very high profile and important to him and his team. So I do expect it's not just him talking shit. I do expect an appeal for real, you know? All right. Let's move on. Speaking of lawsuits or defamation, allegedly. Adin Ross says he wants to leave America after him and Drake are allegedly being sued by Roc Nation for speaking their opinions about other artists. I can't say anyone's name, but you know who you are. Karma is real. Let me play it. Let me see.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, I'm just getting serious, bro.
No shit, dumbass.
So now,
So that's Akademiks on speaker that he's talking to, allegedly. Okay.
nah, I ain't gonna lie, I'm just getting serious, bro.
No shit, dumbass.
So now motherfuckers just can't speak about their opinions. I'm getting out of America then. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm not trying to say names because I don't want to get super defamation, but you know who you are. You're a horrible human being. I don't give a fuck. You're a horrible, lying human being. I promise you. And karma is really real in this universe. I can't wait. I actually cannot wait. I cannot wait till the real comes out. I can't fucking wait, bro. Cannot wait. Nah, I ain't gonna lie,
The irony of Adin Ross sitting there, one of Drake's stans and alleged boyfriends. The irony of him sitting there complaining about being sued over his opinions or his rights to speech. The irony. The fucking irony. They say when it rains, it pours, B. And this is Drake's October, the month of October's very own, his birthday month. His shit might be contagious right now, allegedly. And when people say Roc Nation and all that, I can't say a name. I'm scared of defamation, blah, blah, blah. We know who they be alluding to. Listen, go team up allegedly with Nicki and y'all continue y'all campaigns and throw rocks at Roc Nation. Diss Jay-Z, countersue him, you know, do what you guys do. I just feel like you guys, the Adins and the Akademiks of the world, allegedly, great platforms, great audiences, large viewership, but they get into a lot of stuff, allegedly. And Akademiks, to me, you know, I don't watch Adin Ross. I catch his clips that come around that are newsworthy. I don't watch his streams. Akademiks, I actually watch. I'll actually go to his channel and see if there's something interesting to me and actually check it out. You know what I'm saying? And I just know over the years, Akademiks gets into a lot of shit with a lot of people. Hell, wasn't he just subpoenaed for a deposition over the Meg shit with, once again, Rock Nation. He gets into a lot of shit. Now, that's what comes with the territory of being amongst top media platforms. But at the same token, you guys play your games too. You guys play your games too, and I'll leave it there. And I'll still say allegedly. All right. You run stuff for people is, shut up, ARP. Shut up. What's this one? Akademiks calls out Rock Nation for allegedly hiring private investigators to harass, stalk, and intimidate minors and people who are fans of him. Well, I'll tell you this. If Rock Nation opened up a lawsuit against me, that's the point where I would say, all right, it's time for our fight. I wouldn't be talking online about them anymore. It's not like I got hushed or shut up. That's just the best way to go about your defenses. Like, okay, I'm not giving any ammo for you to try to use. Now it's the fight. And defenses be kicking ass behind the scenes as well. Y'all don't be knowing it. People be thinking that just because you're the plaintiff, you up. It doesn't work that way. Sometimes the plaintiff spends more money, more time, more aggravation, more discovery. Sometimes, right? Like, what if you got Brian Steele and I got a mid-range lawyer? Who's spending more money? And then for you to lose, right? Don't think just because you sue somebody, you up. But both people is going through the motions and dealing with this shit until we get to the end goal. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't be out here talking about them still, but hey.
You have a right not to incriminate yourself. You have a right to an attorney if you want to hang up and not.
And by the way, this is whack. You little $2 private investigators, don't try to read Miranda rights to my niggas, bro. Don't read like you can't arrest nothing. Meg, we gonna go to 1 million hearings and we gonna bleed your pockets dry. That's why I show up without a lawyer. You ain't got nothing against me.
It's not Meg's money. What do you mean bleed their pockets dry? I would assume that this is all, like, even the Tory Lanez situation, when people look at Rock Nation and the powers, she's one of their investments. Okay? Like, you think she's going to sit there like, fuck, how am I going to afford these attorneys? Meg is empowered by the people behind her. All right? And that's how it goes. When Kanye gets up there and says Drake got a rich baby daddy named Lucian, you be empowered by the people behind you. Like, come on, don't play stupid now.
And if you do, we'll go at that route too. Y'all keep paying lawyers $1 million every 2 months for a bunch of bullshit.
They got it. And that's the type of money a Rock Nation is writing off. I'm just saying.
To investigate, some of these people y'all are calling are children. They're 16-year-old who this is their first job, which might be to click a button. They don't know what's going on. Good job. Allegedly? Keep spending y'all attorney money. Keep having people y'all are staking out of minors' houses because they like a particular artist and they might be endearing to the chat niggas. Keep doing that. But y'all are spending real hard. This is not cheap. This motherfucker admitted they were on a flight over 12 hours to go get to this person. Keep doing that.
Dude, you need not worry about if their money is being spent wisely or not. You do that when you feel like, I'm suing somebody that don't got a dime to their fucking name, and that's really the pressure of this to get this person to fold. You're not going to get it into it with somebody that's rich and assume that they can't maintain their retainer fees or the lawyers that they retain, right? People, if you ever get into a lawsuit, and if you get a couple opinions from different lawyers or law firms, and you ask them, like, what do you guesstimate how long this is to go to trial, full outcome, and all types of stuff? Let's say they tell you like a year, or chat GPT it your fucking self, 2 years or whatever. Any lawyers that you want to retain, do the math. It's like buying a crib, taking on a new lease for renting a crib, like getting a mortgage. Like, you better look forward and say, I can or I can't afford this. The car that you just leased, the monthly payments on that bitch, your cell phone plan, you better look forward and say, I could afford this. If you can't, then find services that are cheaper. And when you find them, that's who you retain. Okay? Like you need not worry about how much Rock Nation is spending to send out private investigators. Hell, allegedly, private investigators is what closed the casket on Jay-Z's case. They got audio, allegedly, I'll still say, right? But we all played it and heard it. Allegedly, audio of a private investigator inside that girl's home. What she was doing, answering the questions inside her own fucking home is another story. Inside her own fucking home, answering like, no, I was pressed by Tony Busby, yada, yada, yada. It was a private investigator, allegedly. Need not worry about that. But vent. I understand the vent. I understand the difference, okay? I'm off it. Let's move totally out of the topic of Drake and lawsuits. And I think we did enough breakdown. We showed reactions. We read paperwork. Let's move on. Let's do some battle rap real quick, okay? We saw the update by this point, right? And if you haven't, TBL put out a public statement. We want to extend our deepest condolences and heartfelt support for @Nujersey Twork as he navigates a personal loss. Our thoughts and prayers are with him and his loved ones during this difficult time. Out of respect, the main event will be rescheduled, but Exodus will still be happening Saturday on the 11th, which is tomorrow. This weekend, we rally behind Twork while continuing to celebrate the culture together. All artists have been communicated with and are ready to put on an incredible show. Join us tonight at 9 p.m. on Spaces for Face-Offs and open question and answer. We'll address any questions and share updates live. We truly appreciate the continued love and support. Let's make this one special. Exodus, Saturday, October 11th, Drama, Times Square. Here's the purchase links. It's on RapGrid as well. And here's the remainder of the card. I'm going to keep it so 1,000. I'm only talking to TBL right now. I'm not talking to Twork. I'm talking to TBL right now. Keep it so 1,000 with you. I don't care to buy the card tomorrow without the main event. Nujersey Twork versus Eazy the Block Captain. Everything else, I would just catch it when I catch it. When it drops on YouTube or whatever. For me, sitting down on a Saturday for a pay-per-view purchase, I got my popcorn. I got my Birdman shit going on. I'm ready. And that was the draw, the Eazy versus Twork. But this transparency, which is what some of your favorite leagues will not do. They will lie to you. They will cheat you. They will drag you all the way to, won't announce nothing. They will keep it quiet. They'll know weeks in advance, days in advance, months in advance sometimes. Shitty league owners, shitty customer service, shitty business. You could only get away with it in battle rap. And for TBL to be putting out this public statement, what was this, yesterday? On the 9th? Yes. On a Thursday, that is the reason why I'm buying this card Saturday. I still do want to see John and Swamp and Rex and Snake Eyes, you know, and I'm interested in some of the rest of the card too. But I wouldn't have been sitting down for a Saturday to watch that. That's just the nature of how I consume battle rap. It's got to be a big moment, and I'm on that stream, and I'll give you my whole Saturday afternoon. I lost that with Eazy and Twork. But you deserve the support. Because I just know how many of these motherfuckers will rob the fans, and they've done it a million times and get away with it in shitty ass business of battle rap. Thank you for the transparency. Thank you for telling the fucking fans what the fuck is going on. Okay, so shout out to TBL. All right. And said that, I wanted to add a little bit over here to the face-off of Snake Eyes and T-Rex that went down last night. Okay, people, get your popcorn. This is how this called support. I'm supporting the card that's still happening because I've been there, man. You lose battles and it's not your fault. The leagues deal with a ton. And shout out to Twork and condolences to Twork. Hope you get well. I did watch his public statement when he said over like a month he hasn't been doing well. Okay, so that might literally be like 3 battles impacted for Twork, like 3. Like anyway, so get well and condolences and shout out to Twork. Get right, homie. You know what I mean? But Snake Eyes versus Rex, turn the fuck up.
This nigga's a fucking liar,
I ain't
bro.
lying about anything.
This nigga's a liar, man.
Your problem became my problem. That's real.
But see, the
I'll
point
talk about it Saturday.
I'm gonna talk about it Saturday.
But see, what you
You
gotta
can say
realize
what you want.
a nigga could say
I
what you
inherited
want.
all your problems being down with you.
All right, but what you gotta
But,
understand
but I didn't give a fuck about it though, niggas. That's what real Harlem niggas do.
I know, but what you
I
gotta
don't give a
understand,
fuck.
what you gotta understand
So
is,
when let's have one move, I pop too, nigga. But that's what you niggas talking to stumbles though. That's weird shit.
so we
You niggas was talking to stumbles though. Y'all was gonna make them dot mom. Remember that? We gonna talk about it Saturday.
you just said this was
We
rap.
different, bro.
Ain't this
I'm from
rap?
the east side, nigga. We different. It's different.
Y'all
You know what I
different
regret? Being down with Dot Mom because your problems became my problems, nigga. If I ain't had your problems, nigga, I'd have been cool with Rock from the get-go. I'd have been cool with Bridge still to this day.
All right.
Because of you niggas, why I don't fuck with them niggas.
You sound
I
like
don't
a
give
dick
fuck,
sucker.
'cause I'm a loyal
You sound
man.
like a dick sucker,
That's
nigga.
cool.
You sound like you want to suck niggas' dick. You want to be cool with niggas, nigga. That's what you sound like, dick sucker. Fuck is you talking about? Be cool with them. What problems would you
I
have?
say
What the
cool with
fuck
niggas.
Rock ever do
I
to you?
said, if
What
that-
Blaze ever
that's
do
if
to
I
you?
wasn't a loyal
What any
nigga,
issues did you ever
that's
have?
what it probably
Them
would
shits
have
wasn't
been.
no problems. Them
Because I
shits was
with
rap
niggas,
beef, nigga.
Whatever
Clown
we
ass
inherit,
nigga.
I don't give a fuck about
You's a
niggas.
fucking
Fuck them
clown,
niggas.
nigga.
It's still that.
Nigga's a clown, bro.
I'm just talking about that's what loyalty is. When you with niggas, whatever niggas going through, that's what it is, nigga. Fuck are you talking about? But when I wasn't with niggas, such as I wasn't with niggas, I mean you niggas could rock with stumble.
Oh, wait. You just said when you was with us,
Weird to me.
when you was with us, you
That's
accepted
weird
our
to me.
issues, right?
That's weird to me.
Hold on. Only
Why
one
was you
nigga can
niggas
talk
gonna
at a
inherit
time.
it,
Only one
stumbles?
man can talk at a time.
Go ahead.
Because I do what the fuck I want to do. That's
cool.
why. Shout outs to
We gonna
Stumbles.
rap Saturday.
Shout outs to
Yo, the nigga Rex told him it sounded like you want to suck niggas dick. You a dick suck orders like 10 times. Then he said, hold on. Only one person could talk at one time so that he could take the floor. Only to then say, I do what I want to do. I would have stole you, Rex. I'm joking. It's battle rap. So this is it flies on stage and it flies in face-offs. If I'm hosting this shit, I want everybody to stay in their fucking seats. I'm joking, people, but goddamn.
Stumbles.
And I do what the fuck I want to
Fuck
do.
is you talking about? That's why. Because I do what I want to do.
And I
Nigga.
left.
When you left us, nigga, you left us. That was on you. What you left for?
I'm good.
What you left for?
Because I wanted to.
You left for a female, nigga. You's a
That's your
bitch.
opinion.
That's you. You left as a girl.
Rap about it.
So dick sucker, bitch, clown, all of this. And Snake standing his ground. I ain't trying to take that from Snake, but didn't I tell y'all yesterday that Rex is one of the best arguers in the sport? And TBL needed to do a face-off because Snake Eyes and Rex are top 5 for face-offs. Right? So there you have it. I'll probably go to 15 Minutes of Fame later on and watch the entire thing, but Jesus, what a clip. All right. Let's do a little flash news segment, even though this was probably a big interview. Did y'all see Cam on Breakfast Club yesterday?
Let it all go away. I'm like, you trying to quiet extort me? Like, what are you talking about? Send you $1 million off the 300 million. I said, let's go to court.
It's not a real lawsuit. It was ChatGPT.
I know that.
It's signed from the Dash Group. We got one of those too.
Yeah, no, but
it wasn't a lawsuit. We got
the fact that a nigga even that's supposed to be my man even do some shit like that, like, yo, for $1 million, they'll go away. Nigga, I'm not sending you $1 million.
Well, I'm glad he didn't take your show off Revolt because he could like
he was your boss.
Yeah, he was your boss. He didn't
Yeah,
take
that's
your show off Revolt.
that's the point. Like the shit that nigga be talking about to me, this like to me it's semi-disappointing because I looked up to him, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just to a point where I don't wish him wealth, health, and success, but I can't no more because like you said, in the Cam Capone and all that shit, you at a point where you said as long as your name stay in the algorithm, even if it takes beefing with your man to be in the algorithm, that's where you at in life. And I'm like, I see why niggas be curving. You got to think about this, not just artists. If you said we might let it all.
So it felt like it wasn't even that long of a piece of the overall interview when he got up there and they asked him about Dame. It felt like maybe 20% of the interview, if that, and he just slapped Dame around so easily, so effortlessly, and addressed like all the different points of it. How it started, the way that he addressed that, it hit. Like it makes you look at Dame. How he addressed even the worst part, the biggest strike that I had against Cam, and I was just like, y'all back and forth is y'all back and forth, but why you hit up his son? Like, we don't involve the kids. I had an issue with that. Cam addressed that in a way that makes you go, wait a minute. You know, he pretty much allegedly exposed Dame Dash's son for being a guy that's out there, and he's got these relationships with people that they both have in common, and he's calling around asking people for money. And then whatever from there, you know, so it's just like, wait a minute, that's more context. That's more backstory as to why him and his son were discussing an interview. You know, so he trashed Dame B. He trashed them, and you could tell that Cam just doesn't want that relationship anymore, and it's not beneficial on any level, interpersonally, financially, opportunity wise, and he's been curving them for fucking years. Dame, people don't want to fuck with you, and it's you. It's you. You got to look in the mirror. All these people, and it's them. It's you, G. But anyway, I don't even got to get into that. But I never liked that part right there. Like, you sending that letter in the first place and trying to justify it, saying, oh, I can't kill niggas, I can't take it to the street, so this is how I fight my battles, when you was asking for the online shit. It's kind of Drake-ish what Dame did. And then to have a back and forth with a all allegedly, because I don't trust Dame neither. Allegedly. Then to have a middle person between y'all, and it becomes tell him just send me $1 million and it's dead. What? That it feels like extortion. Like, what do you mean? And even that starts to point towards your money problems. You asking your homie that you guys are already on record in videos from the past of Cam landing business deals and walking up on you and giving you bags like, yo, I love you, man. Thank you for the past. You looked out for me too. Here's a bag because I just stumbled across something. You know, fast forward, I don't care how bad the fallout is. You guys should never want to hurt each other physically, and you guys should never want to fucking try to sue each other. If Cam tried to sue Dame over this online shit, I call him a sucker for it too. We got too much past to actually want to see each other hurt, because nothing that's going on right now is physical. We clowning each other, and this shit started over somebody not wanting to promote a movie or clowning maybe some of the artistry that you've done. I think your album is whack. I think your show is whack. I think the movie that you put out is whack. I'm not promoting it. Okay. None of this is about families or somebody getting hurt or somebody getting sued for $1 million or a couple $100,000. It got Dame looking crazy. But, you know, what I'm saying right now, don't make it any worse. It's already bad for the guy, and everybody's already watched this shit play out as far as how Dame has been carrying himself. It's bad. This one as well.
He calls Dame and says, yo, I gave the lady the 50,000. Dame goes off of, you dumbass nigga, you a Vegas Bama, Started calling this nigga a bunch of names, talking about, I didn't tell you to give, niggas crazy. Yeah, I didn't tell you to give her 50,000. He's like, I don't know this lady. How'd I get a number? Yada, 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 yada. Larry hangs up on him. He calls me, said, Cam, I've been dealing with Dame. I deal with his insults. Say, this the last straw. Been paying this man to promote the weed. I gave him 50,000 for a movie, etc. I just can't. I'm tapped out. Dame calls me after, we not fucking with Larry. I said, why not? He said he hung up on me. That's not what real men do. Real men don't real men don't hang up on niggas. Like, how many times me and you argue? You never hung the phone up on me the same time. I say, damn, nigga, I know you. Everybody's not built for your verbal assassination or whatever the fuck you want to call your verbal assault. Everybody can.
That's the thing. People be laughing at these rules that Dame be creating. You know, real men don't hang up phones. A real man doesn't have a boss or a manager or a CEO or owner that's above them. That means that the whole world got to be owners. You can't even be a CEO then, to be honest, because if there's somebody over you that can still make a decision or supersede what you got going on, you have a boss, right? So you got to be the owner, and that's it. You got the nerve to try to tell them that they in a coffin because they got to come into an office every day in that studio to record their content. Like, his philosophies are built to only justify himself. Don't follow him. It's horrible. It's horrible. You're only a boss if you spend your own money. It's beneficial to spend your own money sometimes too, right? But I don't got no problem borrowing money. There's a lot of people in the world that live by the concept of them even wanting to die owing money. So, for example, if you got a 30-year mortgage and you die when you're only 15 years into the mortgage, some people don't give a fuck unless it affects, like, you know, what their family got going on. But some people, you know what I mean? Everybody's different. It's just Dame shit is bullshit. It's just all bullshit. Anyway, flash news. I did see it. not going to spend too much time on it. I'm going to let it develop. But legendary UK DJ Tim Westwood charged with R and sexual assault. Okay, longtime DJ for BBC Radio and Capital Extra is facing multiple accusations of R and sexual misconduct dating all the way back to what? It's some long running shit. Oh, they about to call him like a predator or some shit then? I didn't read this prior to just now, y'all. 1980s. Damn. Allegedly. Thursday, the UK's Crown Prosecution Service gave the Metropolitan Police Service the green light to charge Westwood with 4 counts of R, 9 counts of indecent assault, and 2 counts of SA stemming from incidents related to 7 different women. Okay. Tim Westwood is accused of indecently assaulting a 17-year-old in the Fulham area of London in 1983, essaying a woman in her 20s in the Vauxhall area of London in 1986, sexually assaulting the same female between the ages of 17 and 18 in central London, sometimes between 1995 and 1996, arming and sexually assault of a female 17 to 18 in London sometime between 2000 and 2001, R-ing and S-ing 2 women in their 20s in the 2010s in London Stroud, respectively, and sexually S-ing a woman in her 20s in the Finchley area of London. Respectfully, so you didn't even lay out anything that has happened with them because the latest one is 2010. Doesn't mean that none of this stuff ain't true, respectfully. But nothing that is listed here is even within the last 15 years. I just want to be fair by saying that. On this podcast, when news headlines come out like this, what we're going to do is I'm not trying to say that it's a benefit of the doubt. Some of these things we read and we be like, oh, that's bullshit. But some of them, it's not really fair for us to just say guilty, not guilty, right? We have those time questions, right? Especially when it's civil and nothing criminal has come about. Now, I don't know if there's anything criminal in these situations that have been documented. I don't know if there was a police report. I don't know if somebody went to the doctor. I don't know these things. Maybe we'll continue to get that information. But to see 15 years later, 7 women or accusations start to come out spanning 80s, 90s, and earlier 2000s. I just ask that first initial question, why now? That's what I normally want that answer, or at least give me something. Why now? What happened to make it 16, 15 years later now? But doesn't mean that he's innocent. I don't know. To be continued. Last but not least, let me take the small screen for this, man. I thought this was so powerful within just a matter of seconds.
Are you Orlando?
Yeah, I am. So what?
Come here, man. Take it easy. Are you Orlando?
Yeah, I am. So what?
Come here, man. Take it easy.
Imagine. The streets is the streets. Situations are situations. Nobody got a crystal ball. But the butterfly effect, if that's actually what happened right there, oh, wow. History from Pac, what would be to come after? For Big, what would be to come after? For New York, for the West Coast, for the East Coast, for hip hop, for the movie industry. Pac is one of he might be the best him and Cube, the best rappers turned actors as far as there's actual skills on camera. It's probably Cube and Pac. And Pac might got it over Cube. He's that good on camera. He's that good. He carried a shitty ass Janet Jackson who belongs on Tubi with it. Like Pac is, but anyway, there's just so much of a domino effect. Little moments like that, man. But rest in peace, Pac. Gave him a hug instead. Imagine. All right, chat. I'm coming over to the supers. We got Drop gifted 5. RBE memberships. I'm sorry. 5 of them things at 5:36 a.m. That was almost 20 minutes before we started. I did start a couple minutes early today. I know it's normally 6 o'clock on the dot, but I did want to move through the stream and get up out of here and see if I could meet an hour for this, knowing that it was going to be heavily focused pretty much just on Drake. So every once in a while, y'all, if the stream starts at 5:55 and y'all miss the intro, you know, keep your heads up, man. Keep your eyes open. You never know. But gifted 5 before the stream cut on Drock. I appreciate you for that, man. The nefarious one, a member for 4 months, moving towards that OG status, man. Appreciate you, G. Ethan is here. He sent out a gift at 6:07. We was about 10 minutes in at that point. Thank you, Ethan. Shout out to our members. Green team in the building as always. Jay is here, said they hit Drake with that Uno reverse right before his birthday. He has until November 11th to appeal. I read they intend to do so from what I read yesterday. Yeah, they'll appeal. He's got a lot of ego in some of this too. There's possibly hundreds of millions of dollars at play that he could have possibly tried to get from UMG. But is that why he got 10/24? His birthday's the 24th? Wow, yeah, before his birthday. Hey, happy birthday, says the judge. Yeah, Uno reverse call for sure. Shout out to Jay, as always. That's crazy. Nuisance TV says, and it dismissed this shit in October. Crazy. Yeah, October's very own. Jay Back says, this was at 6:44. I always say when someone comes across your mind to call it to send them a message. You just never know. That would be a good practice. We don't. I went to a funeral, what was it, like last month? So a lot of people for the first time that probably crossed my mind over years, and I didn't, DM and vice versa. And you see each other, it's like, oh man, we gotta figure this out. We gotta communicate more and everything. Life is just the matrix. Just every day we're in such a cycle. Sometimes we forget. I am glad for things like that though. That my two get a I love you, my son and my daughter, twice a day. All right. In the morning and in the evening, twice a day. It's like it's routine, and they do it to each other too. They hug each other and kiss each other before they go to bed too. Good night. Last night they was playing. My son is like hugging my daughter, good night, and he's tickling her at the same time. And then she's running, but then they got to come back because the official "I love you" and good night wasn't said yet. But he keeps tickling her, and they chase each other around the fucking living room playing that. I'm just watching like that's how it's supposed to be. That's how it's supposed to be, but. Yeah, it is a good reminder, Jay, that we should try our best to move like that, despite the matrix. And Jay says, intrusive thinking. I took napping as a child for granted. Read it and don't judge, LOL. So napping is 100% part of my life now. Saturday night we went out. Was it Saturday? Yeah, Saturday we went out. That's the one I put on my gram last. And the whole plan for everybody, it was like 10 of us or something like that. The whole plan was we was going to hit this nice soul food spot to eat. And it's like a lounge in there. There's music playing, everything. Shit, you could spend the whole night there. I ain't gonna lie. But we were supposed to be heading to this rooftop that was like a 12-minute drive away after that. My boy Ty was like, I ain't going out after this. Nobody told me that we was going out. I didn't prep for this. My man, and he was just like, 100% no. I'm trying to convince my man Ty. I'm like, come on, man. Like, we out. And he's like, just watch. By the time we all done eating, just look around the table. I'm looking around, people kind of tired, people kind of fulfilled. My man Ty's like, I'm ordering more drinks right now. Here, I'm cool here. And when I was leaving, I was happy too. I was just like, yo, I'm glad I'm going home. I'm tired as fuck. And I was only able to get in like a 20-minute like lay down before I had to get up, take a shower and get dressed and head out and get over there for the reservations. So when I gotta go out, like if I know somebody's birthday and we hanging out tonight or whatever, or we hitting up the spot or whatever, and it's nighttime, I gotta plan. I'm just at that point in life, B, and I'm fucking proud of it. It's all good. I got a plan though. It ain't like the old days, B. You better appreciate them naps, Jay. All right, everybody. Like I said, I was shooting for an hour. We landed under an hour 10. Fun stream today. Hope we really, really covered well, breaking down the whole Drake UMG dismissal. We'll keep our eyes on the appeals. We'll keep our eyes on everything else that's going on as well. And 6 a.m. we back bright and early. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Enjoy.
Don't confuse silence with work ethic. I'm a boss, making decisions my first fetish. The verse cherished is perfect, that's a reverse blemish. I dropped it, connected the block, learn Tetris.
This is the Sorry Street Podcast. Welcome to the house up. And shout out to the members.
Without my thing, still got a gun.